Hey everybody, it's me Barky, and recently I've been streaming a lot more, so a lot of people have been asking me what mods I generally use in my playthroughs and what are my favorite. So this is going to be a video about those mods I use, but first of all I just want to make a little bit of a distinction between the two different types of mods that I generally use. First of all, you have content mods. Mods which they add actual content into the game, like expanded prosthetics and organ engineering or quantum cooling, reduced heat, SD advanced power generation, those sorts of things. And secondly, you have quality of life mods or QoL mods, which stands for quality of life, obviously. And these comprise of most of the mods I use because I'm not big on using content mods in playthroughs, but it can be fun. But yeah, I mostly use quality of life mods. They don't add content into the game necessarily, but they add in functions that I believe should be in the base game in some form. So this list will be my top 15 quality of life mods for Rimworld. All of these I believe should be in the base game in some form or another, as they fix a lot of the irritating things in the game. I'll have a separate video for my top 15 content mods coming up soon. I'm busy working on it right now. Please remember that these mods do make the game easier by making it less micro-intensive, less frustrating. They make it easier by, removing the irritating parts of it, but they don't make it easier in terms of making raiders have less HP or something straight up like that. So, first of all, you need HugsLib. It's a library mod that provides shared functionality to other mods. This is similar in vein to SKSE for Skyrim, if you've ever tried to mod Skyrim. It's required for a lot of these mods, but it's not required for all of them, but I recommend you have it anyways. So put HugsLib right at the top, always. Okay, so at number 15, we have the JTReplaceWalls mod. This mod allows you to replace walls you built by simply using another material. Generally, to replace a wall with another wall, you need to first deconstruct the wall and then build your new one. This just allows you to skip the deconstruction part. Not only that, but you can use it on a mineable area and it will automatically be mined. So I can put a wall down on some stone and it'll replace the stone after it gets mined, which is very, very cool. So for number 14, we have the MineItAll mod. This mod allows you to automatically select veins to mine at a time rather than having to manually choose which segment to mine. So you can just click on one part of the steel and it'll mine all the steel. So next up, number 13 is the Step Away from the Medicine mod. This is an awesome mod that gauges how heavily wounded colonists are and uses the correct medicine to treat them. If a colonist is hurt in Rimworld, the default medicine is always the best one. So no matter how injured they are, treating a bruise with Glitterworld medicine is a gigantic waste, but if they are bruised, it'll use Glitterworld for some dumb reason. This mod removes that, so it's really, really useful for people who struggle with medicine, which I definitely do. Number 12, you have the Path Avoid mod. The default pathing in the game can be a bit dumb sometimes, but imagine this. You've built a good pathway, but your colonists never seem to use it ever. Well, now you can choose between having preferred, normal, dislike, hate, and strong options in what path they choose. So if you want them to pass through a lovely rose garden before coming back to the base every evening, you can do that relatively easily. There are still options, so it's like a percentage, but it's still pretty cool. The trading spot mod for number 11. This is a pretty basic mod that allows you to designate where trading spots should stop. It can be incredibly frustrating to play Rimworld, have a trading group come past a raid and accidentally shoot one of them or one of the animals, or if your hunter accidentally shoots them while hunting, or if they activate one of your traps, etc, etc. This allows you to pretty much tell them where to go when they come to your base. So you can set it anywhere, inside your base or outside your base, and you don't have to worry about your hunter kind of shooting them. Well, you still have to worry about it, but it's a lot less. Like number 10, the Research Scroll Bars mod. Very simple mod. The new update messed up with the mod research locations quite a bit. If you saw Alpha 14 anything before that, research is very different to what it was then. This just adds in a scroll bar, so for all the mods that require research, they don't stand on top of each other, which is what happens right now. Number 9, allow Deadman's Apparel mod. So the Deadman's Apparel debuff has caused quite a bit of controversy. It gives you heavy debuff. Well, most people would say that since you're on a Rimworld, nobody would really care, which I agree with. But anyways, not only that, but in stockpiles, you can't select it to contain only Deadman's Apparel. And that's what this mod does. It adds in the option to allow Deadman's Apparel so that you can effectively rid yourself of that by possibly putting a stockpile outside or something like that, and then setting fire to it, etc, etc. So you can have a stockpile just dedicated to dead people's clothes. So just remember, this doesn't remove the debuff, it just allows you to separate dead man's clothes and and just a normal clothing stockpile. Number 8 is the Camera Plus mod, and I'll be honest and say this is probably one of my favorite mods in the game, even though it pretty much does It does very little. It doesn't change the game at all. It just lets you zoom in an extra 4 or 5 notches so you can see stuff in detail, but to be honest, there's not much to see in detail. There's a reason that you cannot zoom in this far. That's it. Number 7, the Minify Everything mod. This mod allows you to uninstall everything in the game. It changes the game so that all modded stuff can be uninstalled too. No more wasting tons of components on deep drills looking for more components. Now you can just uninstall stuff. But note that this does make the game harder in some ways, as suddenly raiders can and will steal everything. You'll see this later in the video when they steal my Vanacinium walls. Once they stole a nuclear reactor in one of my mod videos, because I forgot to turn this one off. So just keep that in mind. You can see here that I just kind of took up a spaceship. I just put a spaceship down. Number 6 is the Fluffy Breakdowns mod. I think that most people can agree that requiring components during every breakdown can be a little bit silly. This adds in a maintenance percent on every object that requires components. This maintenance amount will slowly deteriorate until it breaks down. However, designated construction colonists will constantly maintain the objects in their spare time. So if you have a good maintenance, there won't be any breakdowns, so you won't have to waste any components, etc, etc. Number 5 is the Stack Merger mod. Pretty much tidies up your stockpiles for you. It makes haulers have a secondary job of cleaning up, in a sense where they take all the material and put it into one stockpile. Instead of having 5 wood in one place, 7 in another, 2 in the lounge, etc, etc, just pieces of wood everywhere, it'll take all that wood and put it into one pile. Which doesn't normally happen in vanilla, unless you delete the stockpile and then make a new one, etc. Number 4, Icon Fix It mod. Whenever you get a raid, there's a chance that raiders will destroy or steal buildings. It's pretty much a given that they will try and destroy stuff. This mod, however, replaces everything with the blueprint if it does get destroyed. So if you lose your whole base to fire, this will automatically blueprint it for you so you can get rebuilt by your colonists when they're ready. No chance of you forgetting crucial stuff, and you can see that it leaves a blueprint of the cooler in this prison I made. Number 3, Hand Me That Brick mod. This is definitely one of my favorite mods of all time. It's a very clever mod. This mod makes it so that haulers will haul materials to buildings in their spare time. As you can see with the wall I'm building, no longer will your one colonist be doing construction be the only one to haul material out to whatever you're building. Now haulers will do it too, and they will put the material in the building, which is really, really awesome. He'll be the only one able to construct though, so you don't have to worry about quality being down, etc, etc. This increases construction work rate exponentially depending on how many haulers you have, which is really, really awesome. Number 2, Crafting Hysteresis. This is probably my favorite mod in Rimworld, just because of how awesome it is. It's such a cool mod. It allows you to automatically pause and unpause builds depending on how many of that particular build you have left. So if you want 50 meals to be made, then only be remade when you've dropped down to 20, then this mod allows you to do that. So no more chefs running back into the kitchen in a blind fury whenever somebody eats a meal. This is a truly amazing mod and by far my favorite quality of life mod. But number 1 is the EdB Prepare Carefully mod, and this is pretty high up there. It was very much between Crafting Hysteresis and EdB Prepare Carefully. This mod is a lifesaver for me as a content producer. It allows you to customize every facet of every colonist and starting items. If you want 3 psychopaths with bright red mohawks, done. Easily. 3 people all having peg legs because they're self-indulgent cannibals, done. Easy. You want some super soldiers fully outfitted in bionics wearing all black with charge rifles, done. You can make an army of Adam Jensens, or whatever he fought in the first SX, in Human Revolution, anyways. But that's pretty much it for my top 15 quality of life mods. There are a lot of others, and I probably missed a few that you love, but these are just the ones that I use all the time. So if I've missed anyone that you think should definitely be in here, please put it in the comments. It's not that I'm trying to ignore you. I probably could have made this list top 20, but these are definitely the 15 that I use all the time. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you have an amazing day. Hey you! Thank you very much for making it to the end of my video. You've actually proved yourself to be above the average. Above the average. Because the average watch time of my video is 63%. But that's okay, because 63% is exactly how much you need to get a message across. And funnily enough, you only need to watch about 60% of this message to get what I'm making it for. Anyways, I've decided to open up a Patreon. If you'd like to support me, besides in the amazing ways that all of my awesome subs already usually do, then you can head over to the link in the description to check it out. All your support is appreciated, monetarily or not. If you're a subscriber, then be sure to hit the little bell over here to always be up to date with videos I push out, and head over to the Discord if you ever want to have a deep and meaningful chat with me. And last but not least, I hope you're having an amazing day.